Welcome everyone, back to another Geoguessr tips and tricks video. This one is about Northern Europe, or what I consider to be Northern Europe. So let's just get into it. I'm not. Okay, so Northern Europe to me is Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Iceland, and of course Faroe Islands. I might include the Baltics sometimes, but I count those as more Eastern Europe. So basically the Nordics. And this one's interesting. So in the Nordics, you have a lot of red houses. Red or white houses, that's just a very common thing. And then you have a bollard here, but we'll get to that later. So this is like the only exception to the rule I'm about to say. But in the Nordics, road lines are very important. When you're just in a normal road like this, when you have small dashed white lines, most of the time you're in Sweden. If you have dashed white lines that are long lines, you're in Norway, and if you have lines that are just fully not dashed, you're in Finland. That's basically the rundown. There are exceptions though, because also in Norway you see yellow road lines a lot. Finland you rarely see them, and Sweden you really rarely see them. But then here, you can tell by the really red concrete, the Swedish road lines, flatness, that it's going to be Sweden, right? Or at least a Swedish influenced place, which in this case it is. Because if we were to see a language, it would not be Swedish. Well, it might be Swedish. This bollard. Okay, I'm just Northern Europe, very hard with bollards. I even forget them sometimes. Sweden has a similar bollard to Estonia. Norway has a bollard that the black dot doesn't go on the outside. Finland just does like sometimes Estonian bollards, sometimes Swedish bollards, sometimes Norwegian bollards. So this is most likely going to be a Swedish or Finnish bollard. So everything would lead to going Sweden, except for like the red concrete. That makes to go along islands, which is part of Finland, but is very influenced by Sweden. You'll almost never. And then this is one of the most iconic bollards ever. The white bollard with the yellow reflector and the red or white thing at the top. That is the Danish bollard. And with Gen 2, you're more likely to be on one of those two islands. So you'll probably be on this island. And I was. This one, very, very cold, very north. So you're going to be super north on one of these two. Because Norway, north is mountainous, or up here, flat. So you're going to be northern Sweden and northern Finland. If you see a ton of birch trees, that's also something to go Finland. But it could also be Swedish. So around like this, I would probably go Finland. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd go Sweden. Because you do see a lot more birch in Finland. But Finland, I usually see an antenna on these type of rounds more. And the road would have the lines. The road would more likely have the road lines if it was Finland than a northern Swedish road. So when you see a round like this, it's basically a 50-50. With basically a lot of logic though. So I'm going to go Sweden on this one. And it wasn't even that north, so that was just a hard location. This one, once again, you see the Danish bollards, but it's normal. Everything's normal about it, so I'd go mainland. And then this one. This type of grass, where it's like green, olive green, that's something you see a lot in like Faroe Islands, Iceland, sometimes Greenland and Norway. It's mainly an Icelandic thing. But the thing with the thing about this is that you have the Google card, which you can see in like Guatemala and Kyrgyzstan. So you're in the Faroe Islands somewhere. Okay, and then here you have the white outer lines, but they're dashed and long. So you're in Norway. But the thing with Norway is that Norway is very mountainous, and there's a lot of fjords, which are like mountains down there, next to like a lake or a river. A flat Norway, you're almost always going to be down here in this little pocket near Oslo. And then here we are again, but this time we have the short dash, so you're in Sweden, and it looks like southern Sweden because you'd see more trees and mountains maybe. Okay, and then here we have this long antenna with the white car. You can see it in like Russia sometimes, but I associate this a lot with Iceland. You have these yellow bollards, which mean you are in Iceland. And this like volcanic ground and all this. No mountains, basically. It means you're in this pocket of Iceland over here, near Reykjavik, but like down there. But then a location like this, you can see the bollard. It looks like just a normal bollard. It looks like the Estonian bollard with the little dip there. But this one's normal. So it means you have a mix of two different bollards. You're in Finland. And you can tell by the outer lines they're just normal. There's a ton of birch. It's just screaming Finland. Yeah. Okay, and then here's another example of Norway. Except this one's a bit different. You don't have the outer dash lines. That's more of a southern thing anyways. But you have the yellow lines. Which, if you see this yellow line, you'll be like, okay, it's Canada. But no, this is Norway. Yeah. This is, like, up here in Norway. Not near, like, the big mountains, but, like, just, like, this top part of Norway. And it's pretty easy to line up a road. You just gotta find one that matches up. Like, one that matches up. This one kind of matches up. This one right here a little bit. Up here. Yeah. It's a very iconic spot just all around here. Again, here's the last example for this video. You have the long antenna. You have the yellow bollards. It's mountainous, and you have this like green olivish grass. You're in Iceland. But it's not flat this time, except it's mountainous. Very mountainous. It'll be like it'd be everywhere else. And it's not really on the coast. You're probably somewhere in the middle. So you're like, okay, where's the spot? That's just a big valley. Sparsely populated, and there's a highway. Right here fits very well. So yeah, this is the road. But yeah, it's just how to figure out Iceland. Yellow bollards are the main thing. And the antenna, of course. Okay, so that is it for the Nordic video. Hope you learned something, and hope you don't mix up Canada and Norway in the future. See ya.